And we're back. So now we're going to talk about A Talking Cat. Was directed by David Dakota, who worked on a lot of full moon picture movies like Puppet Master, and later on in his career he decided to start directing either softcore gay porn or crappy family movies, both of which go straight to video. This being one of the first ones to come out in the early 2010s, we've got A Talking Cat. Okay, this is actually the IMDb description of this. It's a sassy feline helps a family resolve its problems.
What should I do?
They're as bored with the description as I am. I mean, look, Under the Rainbow had more in its description. The best way to describe this movie is stuff happens. Yeah, stuff just kind of happens. I mean, it's like the first half of Birdemic 1, or even Birdemic 2, where stuff just happens and you don't care, except the funny bird apocalypse stuff doesn't even happen. Although something close to that does happen, and we'll get to it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So as for our characters, we have a middle-aged single father named Phil, his son Chris, who they live in like this, like, it looks like some kind of mansion if it was owned by a madman.
Vroom, vroom. Now I live in a place that has somebody else's taste. I gotta tell you, their taste is pretty awful.
And then there's this other family on the other side of the woods who have a single mom who is obsessed with cheese puffs, a daughter who wants to go to college, and her meathead brother who they're always, you know, bickering and having sibling rivalry. Mom won't allow the daughter to go to college, which, why? Like, I love what the movie actually uses as an answer. They say, oh, you're just too smart. You're too smart to go to college and get a college degree. And it's funny because the brother's like, yeah, you know, I went to college, I got my college degree, but they don't really show if he has a job. I mean, if anything, he just stays at home all day and like works on the fence. That looks like it didn't even need to be fixed. Like, he looks like he's nailing something into the fence where it looks like it doesn't even need a nail. And the dilemma with Chris and his dad is that they don't really interact all that well. They don't really go into like depth with that. They just don't really interact that well. Oh, and Chris is trying to hit it off with this girl that's in his class. There's one part where he looks really awkwarded out by being around this girl, and then there's another part where he goes swimming with the boy from the other family, perfectly fine. So, like, I don't know if they were trying to make a statement there, or if it's just me rereading that. I don't know. Probably wondering, where's the talking cat come into this? Well, the cat barely does anything. It just kind of shows up and leaves just like a cat would. The rules are he can only talk to somebody once. So he goes to every single person in this small cast of characters and he talks to them. And the effect of him talking looks like something out of a Terry Gilliam Monty Python skit.
You can talk? But only once?
I don't make the rules, Phil.
It's so bad. It's laughably bad. It's as bad as the gift birds from Birdemic. At least with the talking dog, they just had the dog just like look there. They didn't try to Photoshop the mouth going up and down. That's basically it. Stuff just kind of happens. People go back and forth to their houses. They talk, and that's really it. A lot of this movie is padding, and the padding that they have, just like with Birdemic, where it would show like long exterior shots and crossfades. By the way, crossfades are also in this movie. They'll show just areas. They'll just show the woods. They'll show the road. They'll show a river. Driving. This movie borders on being as boring as Manos: The Hands of Fate. Still not that boring, but it's close with how many times they focus on such mundane things to pad out the runtime of this film. Surprise here, it's a straight-to-video film. The acting is very mediocre. The best acting was probably coming from the single dad guy. He was probably the best actor in the whole film. And the conflicts, like I said, the conflicts are just boring. They're mundane stuff. Daughter wants to go to college. Eventually the mom's gonna learn to send her to college. The mom just wants her to stay home and make fucking cheese puffs all day.
But if you're not making cheese puffs, you're grounded. She didn't make cheese puffs, did she?
The boy wants to hook up with this girl in his class. He's eventually gonna hook up with girl from his class. It's like, you really don't care. This movie, the big selling point is the talking cat. And the cat comes and goes all throughout the film. It feels like the cat is a second player in the film called A Talking Cat. And the effects in this movie. The editing is on par with Birdemic with all the crossfades and the cinematography and whatnot. But there's one part that's so laughably bad I went, they did not just do that. They try to do a day for night shot where they're filming during the day inside the house, and the effect they use is so bad, it actually makes the house, like the whole set, look like it's on a black light. And you want to know some shit? Eric Roberts, yes, they actually roped Eric Roberts to record the audio as the cat, Duffy, in this movie. Guess what? All of his lines were recorded in a bathroom. I'm dead serious. That's how little of a fuck they gave while making this piece of shit. Eventually, you know, these families end up crossing paths, I guess because of the cat. Like, they just end up running into each other a lot and, you know, hitting it off, being friendly with each other, that kind of thing. Slowly it seems that everything's going well. You know, the girl who wants to go to college is learning a lot about computer coding from the single dad. The boys seem to be interacting well. Single mom and the single dad are gonna get together, once again, just like My Magic Dog. And then, out of nowhere, the movie has the cat get run over in the most sloppily edited way possible. I'm like, okay, so is the cat gonna turn into a ghost too? But guess what? No, that doesn't happen. It's that the cat was just... I don't even know what they do. You just gotta see the scene for yourself.
We did something.
I'm Duffy. I'm a talking cat.
You saw that. The cat turned into After Effects just like Flying Ryan. The cat ends up living, and they have an epilogue about how both these families got together and, you know, now they're all living together happily, whoop-de-doo. That's it. But oh, there's a sequel. Not a talking dog, a talking pony. And there's also the Halloween puppy. David Dakota, what? In conclusion, this movie is pretty awesome with how bad it is. Like, it's boring, but it's boring in the same way that the first half of Birdemic is boring. It's really funny when you see the bad effects of the cat and the bad effects with the editing. And this movie is definitely in the same ballpark as stuff like The Amazing Bulk and Cool Cat Saves the Kids and Flying Ryan. This movie is definitely on the same level of those so bad they're good movies. So those are the two reviews. My Magic Dog was pretty forgettable, and A Talking Cat was amazingly hilarious. Look forward to the next Blockbuster review that comes out next month in August, and we'll see what movies we've got in store, because I think we've got some good stuff planned. So look forward to all that in August. I'm Adam Sykes of The Blockbuster Show, and we'll see you guys in the next video.